Stars in the skies above. Alright, looks like I am live. Gotta test the volume real quick, make sure everything's good there. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. Let me switch over to the game tab. Apologies, my throat seems to be a little messed up today. Alright, so I will need to be going into the mines today. I need to get some iron so that I can in turn get some proper armor set up. Maybe get this stuff repaired a little bit. I do have this much, but I will need to start getting a trade hall up and running soon as well. So need to be getting that started. And to start that, I should probably grab a market. Now, if I type in market here, this is the one I'm looking for. The recipe is simplified for zinc coins and a chest. So let me see if I have any of that. Alright, I have enough oak wood to make a chest. And I do have 4 zinc coins. Now, the unfortunate part is I will be needing a bank. A bank block. Wooden hoe will get me that. Change tiers. Crop differences. Alright, so I do need to get that up and running, so let me just grab this and one more piece of wood. First things first, let me get this market going. Now, this will let me buy things, but first off, I need to make a hoe. There's that. Let me actually switch over this page so I can make everything ready better. So I did get that. That'll give me a hoe. Now I need 1 brass coin. Do I have a brass coin? I do. That'll get me that quest. And random book. And I want a mining book. Now I need 4 brass coins. And unfortunately, I only have 3. So I will either need to find more brass coins, and I can actually make them as well. So let me check. Brass coin, 4 iron coins. Iron coins is 2 zinc coins. Oh, that's easy. So I can quickly make my 4th brass coin, and that'll allow me to store money. And I get a calendar and that through there. Alright. So I'm actually going to set up the... what did I get from my random book? Yard work. Alright, that's good, that's good. Now I do have skills for that now. So let me actually go get a bunch of wood. Because I am going to need to start my trading hall, more or less. I might just do a like fenced off area for a trading hall. I normally do this underground, so I don't really know how I want to do this on land. Alright. I might just honestly make it its own building. But what kind of wood do I want to use? So I have oak and birch over here. day real quick. Once I'm able to. There we go. So I'll make it day and actually see what kind of... Let me actually... I'm probably going to clear out this area down to sea level. And then I will do that. So the main villager I need is actually with the smithing table. And that will be the blacksmith. Which will give me the upgrade materials I need. But for right now, let's see, what kind of trees do I have? Let's see, I have cornflowers. I actually want to get cactus as well, just to make those cornflowers into, or the blue dye into cyan dye, because I like cyan. I like blue, but I like cyan a little bit better. Oop. Wait, what did I... There we go. Alright, I'm actually going to check the map here. Oh, it doesn't tell me what I... So I'm in a forest. Yeah, I'm in a forest right now. So instead of this being like a river or a lake, it's actually part of a forest biome. That's interesting. I need to finish my house too, so I can get some more, so I can get some more storage area set up. And grab some carrots. Whatever this treasure is. Overgrowth seed. So, Botania coming in a little bit. Beetroots. I might as well grab them. They're seeds. So, up there is a snowy biome that... Or maybe? Is it? It looks like there's snow over here. On the map, at least. Oh, I do see some on top of the trees. Now, what kind of trees do we have over here? Ooh, almost hit the ice. That would have been bad. Okay, get some easy copper. And keep in mind, all ores are useful here at every point of the game. There's some limestone over here. That could be interesting. I believe the block I'm mainly looking for right now, as for stone, for what's essentially stone, is calcite. Calcite definitely looks really nice. Let me see. Calcite, yeah, that looks nice. But what about, do I have marble? No, I do not have marble. Let me try limestone. That's not bad either, actually. I normally use darker colors, so I want to do something a little bit lighter in coloration this time. Ow. Terracotta. Okay. Interesting to find out. Way out here. So let's see. What am I... Where am I first? Oh, I heard a bird. Let me actually look and see if I can find that. Oh. Oh. Periwinkles. Mossy cobblestone. Just dig that up. I do want some, just in case I want to use it for decoration later. Wild beetroots. I don't really grow beetroots, so don't really want to go through breaking them per se. I could, just because I already have beetroot seeds in my inventory, so it wouldn't really do much of anything, but, or like fill it up more, but honestly, with beetroots being a first to drop kind of item for me right now, I don't really want to have too many and then it be an actually difficult choice. There's some spruce. Could make it out of spruce, but I feel like I use spruce too much. Again, plays into the darker themes I normally build with, like a lot of black, a lot of red. Gray, don't really... I guess I can hunt the sheep. Again, I don't have, since I don't have a trading hall, I don't have a backpack either. Because the crafting recipe for a backpack is not in the mod. Like, they actually removed the crafting recipe for that, so that's why I can't just make a backpack. Iron, always need more iron. Until I get mending, anvil's more or less the best way to keep my gear in shape. Why did I not place the bank terminal? That was a mistake. Ooh, I see lanterns over here. Pointing towards a village. 900 blocks straight towards my home, actually. Almost towards my home. So if I follow it this way, I will be running into a village in 900 blocks. Oh, it's a pink sheep. Inventory's full, so I don't really want to do that. Ow. I might use birch, but then again, not really the biggest fan of birch. So yeah, pretty much if I... Alright, so my death is... That death is 300 blocks, so... From this direction, if I go 300 blocks past my home base area, I should arrive at a village. And let's see if I have that area explored or not. It looks like I do not. Where's my home? Oh, my home's over that away. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Let me actually create a waypoint. Home. Let me actually just make a waypoint there, because I keep forgetting. Now I have to head towards this death waypoint. Also, let me put my bed in there instead of my lantern that I just grabbed. And, ooh, I don't have any placing blocks. Well, beetroots, your time has come to be replaced. Also, I don't need the quest book either. You can access your quest book from your inventory anyways, so no real reason to be carrying it on me. Still took a bit of damage, but not as much as I would have. Alright. Need to get over this mountain. Oh. Okay, I guess you can't boat clutch in this mod pack. Alright, that's interesting. Let me just make a day real quick. That's also going to be really annoying, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, the shader makes lava look amazing, though. See, I see a tree over there. I might need to throw together a quick boat. There's acacia, but I don't like acacia either. Let me do this real quick. That. Make a boat real quick, because I am... Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so there's the death checkpoint. So there should be a village somewhat this way. I see new land already. Okay. This is nice. Oh, is that the village? It's a village. Let's see. And I will be streaming tomorrow also, so just here for Yu-Gi-Oh! I will be streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Tomorrow. Around the same time. I at least want to stay consistent with that. Alright, we have hay bales here. I honestly may grab them. A lectern. Sorry, I still... Now, the lectern is actually really good in this one because it gives you a guaranteed... it gives you a guaranteed mending book, which is nice. Dang, I took way too much that I really need. Let me just throw out the light gray wool because it's harder to use. It is looking so far like the... Oh, here is another one. Yeah, I don't need the flour just yet, but I do need this composter. That's another job block. Bread, potatoes, cotton. I would like this cotton. Alright. I can come back for the lantern if need be. But the cotton seeds are important because that gets me string. And string gets me other stuff I like having. Oh, here's a loom. Loom gives me the rancher. Three bricks in exchange for a loom is no hefty cost. Or not the rancher, but the shepherd, which is kind of weird considering a shepherd only does sheep. A rancher would be all of them, but who am I to argue with the game? Let's see, is there anything else over here that I may need? Oh, I see an abandoned house over there, so might actually go check that out. And did I toss the cornflower? I did toss the cornflower, but luckily right now I need some food, so I'll eat the pork chop, and then the cornflower goes there. Ooh, fountain. Nothing I really need here. I will take the husbandry book. Not that I really plan on getting animals anytime soon, but more levels never hurts. Do I have any pork chop? I do have pork chop, so I can... kill these guys for more food. And more importantly than food, I can use my campfire to make the pork chops worth more by cooking them. Alright, grab some more sugar cane. They did, unfortunately, nerf sugarcane pretty bad, but even with the nerf, it's still pretty important to have at least some sugarcane. Considering, mainly because it grows pretty autonomously. Now, unbreaking is pretty useless in this mod pack. Artifact shards. Lapis. I do want some lapis. Lapis will replace the one cobblestone. That should be good from here. Don't really need any of the rotten wood. There is a jungle over here. I really... I'll need to remember that for later, because... there's an item that makes jungle logs very good. And specifically cocoa beans. Because they farm relatively quickly. They are only a one season food or crop. I don't know why it took me that long to remember, but it is only a one season crop. But there is an item that lets you negate that weakness, and it just makes them very, very strong. Cherry wood. That's what I'll do. I do have a waypoint there, so... And I do have cheats enabled, specifically so I can move to waypoints. You know, I don't need mossy cobblestone. Feathers are worth money. I'll go with the feathers. But yeah, I do have cheats enabled in this world, but specifically so I can teleport to waypoints and don't have to go through all of the stuff in unlocking waypoints or all that stuff. Do I have waypoints even in this? I do have waypoints in the mod pack, But yeah, that's the crafting recipe for it, and I don't even have access to iridium coins right now, so I definitely don't have the resources to be making Neptunium. Or ancient, for that matter. Kill that. So again, the whole waypoint system I have set up is specifically to make this a little bit faster. Carrots. I like strawberries better, but also I don't want to get rid of the strawberries either. Or the carrots. I have to. Now, as you can see, the waypoint I have set up at home, just teleport back. So yeah, that's why I have the whole waypoint system in. Or I have cheats enabled, so I have the waypoints. And the waypoints just make it so I don't have to spend that whole time swimming back. Or in this case, boating back. And I just click a button, and I'm back and able to do the next thing. So, is it a little cheaty? Yes. But it's more just to make the game flow a little bit better, so I'm not spending half of recording just moving through the land that I've already been through. Alright, I will need to set up some more campfires just to make this process a little bit quicker. But right now this will do. Let me just sleep for a minute, and then I'll probably teleport to the cherry forest and then teleport back. Grabbing myself some cherry logs so that I can start building a trading hall. See, I got a villager spawn crate. And now I have a place to watch the campfire go. So let me cook up some food real quick. Let me actually set this down, sell some of our stuff that we don't need at the moment. Like this goose foot, for instance. Artifact shards I don't really need. Feathers I don't need. I mainly got those to sell. Escape rope I don't need, so I can just throw it. Slime. Nautilus shells. Bones I'll use later for specifically just to make white dye. And I'll use that for a very specific reason. Just not at the moment. I want to keep the overgrowth seed safe. Coconut cocktail, that's some more food. I do need that free geode busting, but that will come in time. Alright, I do have a lot of food to cook here. Oh, the Nautilus shell. There we go. I'll hold on to the tin cans. Let me just use these geode busters real quick. Now to use these, I need geode in offhand, geode buster in main hand, and use. Now I do want to keep the Jagoite, just because I say this a lot in this mod pack, but it will be useful later. So this will be the entry to my house. This way will be my farms once I start getting those set up. And I didn't lie, I do need to get to the caves sometime this stream, but honestly, the most important thing right now is definitely the acquiring of a trading hall for better or for worse. Oh, poisonous potatoes. I don't need you. Villager spawn eggs. Get in there. So, first things first, I'm going to need to clear out a space for this. Or do I make it all the way over here and just have it be... make it less space I need to clear out? I might just do that. Alright. So if I'm just going to do it here, I can just go waypoints. Teleport straight to the cherry biome. Oh. Forgot to turn that back on. Or wait, why don't I just turn it off? And boom. Yeah, I'll just use the Ultimine rather than the tree chopper mod. It's a little bit faster. So I need to harvest a fair few of these cherry trees. Alright, that should honestly be enough for now. Maybe one more. Then I will get some growing back home. Gather up some saplings. Yeah, 2 stacks should be good enough. Spruce here. And since it's right here, grab some more iron. Right, stone, alpine stone. Don't know if it's a good idea to grab alpine stone now and so I can start making alpine salt when I need it. Or if I just buy it from one of the villagers. It's honestly pretty cheap. No pine trees over here, though. All I see are maples. I think those are pine trees over there, but... oh, I think this is one. Yep, pine tree. I'm gonna grab one of these. Mainly just to get at least one pine sapling. Let me grab another one. There we go. Let me see. What is pine like? Let me actually try putting that in the saw. Once I make a saw, that is. Ooh. There's some alpine salt. Might as well grab some now. Just one piece. Oh, here's some more. Another one piece. And another single piece of alpine salt. Not the greatest, but it will do. I mean, 3 pieces is better than 0 after all. So I'm going to teleport home real quick. Throw some more cooked meat on. Alright, let me actually do this. Wait for that to finish. I did accidentally leave my boat over here, so let me swim over again. I keep saying it's the last time I'm going to swim over, but just can't help it. Alright. Now, let me actually do some math here. Okay, 4 copper coins, a zinc coin, another zinc coin, another zinc coin. So let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, it's 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright. That's unfortunate. Why does it have to be odd? Oh. My inventory's getting full. Alright, let's see. So I kind of want to make this sort of like a stall. Actually, let's do it 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 2. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's see. This will be the first 4 stalls. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And let me take my boat back home real quick, so that I can get to the crafting table. I'm going to make myself some fences and slabs. But first, oh, that is not a sleeping, something to sleep on. Make a day real quick. Okay, got a decent amount of coins there. Let me transfer those over to my bank. Alright. While I'm doing this, let me cook up some more mutton. Planks. Make some of those planks into slabs. Get sticks. And make some fences. More sticks. Planks. And I am going to need a lot of fences. But I'm also going to need more fence posts than that. Let's try this. Boom. Okay, let's throw the pine in here just so I can pick everything up. Alright. That's that cooked up. Let's do gate, 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 fence. Let's go in with the planks. Right. Like that. Wonder if instead of slabs for these, I should use stairs. Just to link them all up. Let me... Better idea. Why don't I just do that now? Okay, so the first one goes here. Oh wait, no. Almost like this. Whoop. Did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm liking it. Then next one will go like this. And then I still get to use my slabs. Okay, yeah. I actually like that. So these slabs go up here. Actually do this so I can make some more stairs real quick. And finish this side. Oop. Wrong spot. There's there. And there we go. That's one setup. And I saw plenty of those. Let me actually grab a few more slabs here, because I do want to keep the slabs on this one. Ooh, and actually the slab staying there gives me another idea that might be nice. Let me throw... Let me see, can I make wooden columns? Cherry. cabinet. I can make barrels, chests. Mm, dark cherry. That looks nice. But it looks like I cannot make wooden columns, but I can do this. That looks nice. And I'll actually keep the fronts open. Oh, I have zoom? I did not know that. I am not very bright. I will be honest about that. I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. No way, no how. But I am kind of cooking here. Oh. Wait, does this straighten out if I do that? No, it does not. That's interesting, actually. Wonder if I can use that for something. Create some unique corners, maybe. Go, and finally, boink, boink, boink. There we go. Now, I can't put any torches on the sides, but that's fine. I'll put all my torches on the front. Alright. Now, the two most important job blocks in this mod pack are the smithing table and the cauldron. I need one more set of trapdoors. And of course, I am one plank off. There we go. Ooh, I actually need to do this real quick. Because this one, they're all facing up. Or down. Down. So, boink, boink. And I need to make sure the other side is doing the same. Because that is... No, they are not. Oh, it's only this one. Alright. Easy fix. Down. And the top one again on this side is facing up. Do I want to do something special with these? Down, 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 down. Alright, so all of those are facing down. Down, down. Alright, so they're all facing down. That done. Actually, I don't know why I've been making it day. No mobs spawn on the surface, so the surface is completely safe to work at night, actually. Oh, it is harder to see, though. So I probably will be making it day again, just because... Yeah, bright. Bright light tends to make for better building. Ooh. There's my blacksmith. Where is the grindstone? Alright, yeah, so I think it is the leather worker, which is the cauldron, which means I... Let me see if I actually already have a cauldron. I do have a cauldron already. That is good to hear. And since I don't actually need to build something new, I'll just work through the night. Smithing tape. Smithing table. There's the cauldron. Oh, and the cauldron actually gives me a brass coin. Better yet, rather than doing that, I'm just step in here, and I will unfortunately need to AFK for a little bit. Let me just set this to intermission, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. And let me switch it back to the game page. Alright, just had a small issue I had to take care of real quick. But I am back. So, I'm gonna grab the 2 villager spawn crates. And I might actually keep my bank over here over near the village as well. Because that is where I will be completing most of my trades, and I'll keep the market there as well. So grab the loom and the composter, or loom and composter 2. And let's see. Let me just grab my bank terminal real quick. Into that slot you go. And let's go back to my little village. Or trading hall, or whatever you want to call it. Now again, it's perfectly safe out here. Mobs do not spawn on the surface, so The villagers will thankfully not be in danger. This is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's how I'm going to build this. These are 4. 8 over here. 9, 10, and 11 over here, since there's only those 3. And then the final 3 will go over here in bigger stalls. I forgot to grab the villager spawn crates. Oh, I don't have. I dropped off all my wood, of course. Makes sense. I'm going to build a small structure where I'll put the market as well as the bank. Blocks are over here. And I will grab... don't have any room for my saplings. There we go. Have room for that stuff. Make sure there's no coins over here. And I need to grab these. Let me grab 2 fence posts. And that'll do for now. I just need to make a small structure that will hold my items. And I'll probably make that right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, yeah, let me do this here. Can I move this over at all? I cannot. You know what? I'll just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make it a 4x4 technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, for the outside, I'll build it 1 out on each corner. That'll be where my bank goes. I'll break this block. Place, oh, that is the wrong block. Place 2 cherry planks here and fence here. I might actually build that so it goes around the sides. There's Coin Muncher, very fitting name. And now that that's there, I can stack all my coins inside. I'll figure out what to do with this side. And I'll just build these up 1 each. And let me go back to my crafting table. Make some cherry doors, and then I will stack these 3 tall to make 2 tall cherry doors. There we go, and they're tall. And I'll build a roof eventually, but right now I need to get my leather worker and my blacksmith. Now, the most important thing for the blacksmith is these smithing templates. So anything iron or above is going to require a smithing template. Now, let me see. Where is the backpack upgrade? I need to get that. Oh, there we go. I have that. So now I just need to grab a backpack and I will be able to get that quest done. It's always annoying when you get the backpack early and then have to wait. I'm actually going to buy 2 backpacks. And then the rest of this gold I will spend on 4 iron upgrades. Now I have 2 backpacks, and the reason for that is simple. 1 backpack I will probably only upgrade to a gold, iron or gold, And that will allow me to switch back to this. But the gold upgrade will allow me to store my tools and everything I don't need in a separate backpack that I'll keep off my back, while the upgrade materials, or while all the other stuff will go into my continuously upgrading backpack. I also have a bounties page. Decrees. Probably going to want to try and get a farming decree as soon as possible. Alright, so now I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 iron. And I also need to get pants. I need leather and 1 chain. Let me honestly just bite my tongue, make the chain. Oh, right. I need that. There we go, 1 chain. Now I have 7 iron nuggets. Put these back in there. I'll finish the roof on that little hut later. But I do have the iron to upgrade at least to my tools. And, ooh, let me grab 1 cobblestone as well. Now, this mod pack does have a very interesting way that it incentivizes you to upgrade your hoe as well. Because an upgraded hoe is able to harvest a wider area. Oh, I should have been killing cows earlier. Because I do still need some leather. Luckily, I can make 2 more villagers with these job blocks that I have. Boom. Now we have a farmer. And a shepherd. Now, honestly, for a while, this leather worker is going to be kind of useless up until I can get, like, stacks of iridium coins. Is going to be, like, the necessity. But, first things first, yes, I can reach my smithing table from there, and iron sword, iron axe, iron pickaxe, and iron shovel. Certainly a good start, and I did bring 1 piece of cobblestone because I need 1 brass coin. And that will be my upgrade to a stone hoe. Now I can start putting tools I don't need in this backpack, as well as any additional food I might be carrying. And torches. Since I'm not caving at the moment, I want to get... Honestly, what would help me best right now is a full set of iron armor. Let me grab some barley and a lantern. And to get iron armor, it requires me... First, I need to find enough cows for 7 more leather. So let me honestly just find those real quick. Onions, don't really care about. Woolly sheep I want to keep because they actually give me double wool. And if I kill them with like a sword, they don't drop anything. There's another woolly sheep. Well, they drop mutton, but no wool. If I just kill them with my sword like that. I should have plenty of dirt for the time being, just because, or just for my purposes of, let me actually check my skills real quick. Alright, so I have 1 for farming, which is a movement speed buff. 2 for mining, fortune and melee damage, nice. None for fishing, and none for adventuring, but that's fine. Ooh, a hamster. I don't have any seeds on me, so I can't tame them. I think those are regular sheep, so I can get some wool here. I fear sounding like a broken record, but wool useful for later. I will eventually make an item called a loom. And a loom turns wool into more usable, or to a sellable item. A lot of sheep, a lot of chickens here. Not bad, always use more money, but I do need that leather somehow, and I'm pretty sure my two best bets are either cows or sheep, or cows or horses. There is another way, but I will have to go into the caves, and I want to get the armor before I go into the caves. Because while there's no mobs on the surface, it is the extreme cave generation from Caves and Cliffs. So there's a lot of dark area, and the dark area spawns a lot of mobs because there's a guaranteed 0 on the surface. So basically it does make the caves a bit more dangerous because there's no mob spawning being taken up with surface mobs. So they're all in the cave. Hamster. Might be... Okay. That looks bad. That looks really bad. How I just murdered that hamster in cold blood. But I promise you it was for a good reason that ended up not coming to fruition because bad luck. So hamsters, when you kill them, have a chance of dropping a random seed. And I need to have seeds because that's how I farm. Or that's how I farm. And if I don't farm, I don't get money. And if I don't get money, let's see, white clover. It's part of the bees mod pack, so alright, so I can use it to make white dye. Tags. I don't know what it does yet, but I will find out. Should I collect more? It doesn't hurt. And once again, it can be used for white dye, so potatoes. Grab half a stack of that, just about. Whoa, definitely don't want to be going down to the caves that way. That's a bad way to enter the caves. Not really seeing much of anything. This might be a better way into the caves once I'm ready. Because unfortunately, right now, I don't think I am. Get some more wheat seeds. Cow. I heard cow. Where cow? Cow. 1 leather. That's... Man, that child just had to witness the death of their parent for a singular piece of leather. Let me actually put the lantern in my offhand just so I can see a bit better. And, again, no mob spawns on the surface, so... Let's see to do that. A bird. That means there's likely a bird nest. Will you lead me to your nest? Okay, come on. Okay, they're communicating. I think it said there. Are they nocturnal? Let me actually see. If I make it day, will you lead me to your home? What? What? Oh, oh, here we go. There's one burnt egg. There's a second. Goose. Alright, I got 2 burnt eggs. That'll do for now. I will need more eventually because how I'm killing the mobs, you can craft mob spawn crates, but they all require an egg. So this one egg will then translate into 2 mobs created, or animals. But of course, the main thing I need right now are chickens, or not chickens, cow or horse. There's more woolly sheep. And again, the end goal is 7 leather. I have 1. More sheep. I will take the food though. And the wool. The wool will be useful once I get that loom going. Alright. What's over here? Chickens. Now the thing I can do is if I hunt zombies specifically and get the rotten flesh, I can then use the rotten flesh combined with some of that alpine salt in a cooking pot in order to make rotten flesh, but I would need to get the cooking pot, the rotten flesh, which means I need to delve into caves since surface spawns are disabled. Honestly, the first creatures I should probably make are probably chickens. When I want to get started in all the... Want to see if that might give me an egg, but it did not. More chickens. Need cows. That's another woolly sheep. And in the water is, of course, fish. Grab my cooked cod. Alright. Goose. Alright. Ooh. Oranges. Is that laurel saplings? Alright, more pigs. Not really what I'm looking for, but meat can be cooked on the campfire and then sold for money, which will help me in getting the iron armor I require. So I'll take what I can get. Honestly, with how little cows I'm finding, or how I cannot speak right now. With how few cows I'm finding right now, it might be better to just head for the caves, get some zombies, and use those. Wolves, unfortunately, those do not drop leather. And there's sheep over here. You might want to go. There's wolves in the vicinity. Alright. Moving on. New biome. Oh, hey, it's one of those islands. Cows. No leather. No leather. One leather. Alright, so I'm at a resounding 2. Oh, that's the slimes. But the bright side is I have confirmed that cows can spawn in this biome, so anytime I run into a mob, there is a non-zero chance it might be a cow. Chickens. Emeralds, so a mountain biome over there. Oh, I think this is one of those rotten huts. Or the rotten houses. More cows. Now we're up to 4. Just need 3 more. 2 more. And that's it. Let me see if I've already looted this one. Looks like I have not. Alright, we have a stone sword with unbreaking. More leather. Got some coal, some gold, some ancient pottery shards. I mean, I know I found all the leather I need, but I'm still a capitalist at heart. So why not take a little more from nature? Ducks? Or no, not ducks, goose. Or geese. Now, they drop raw goose, but they also have a chance to drop a goose feather. Duck. Duck. Goose. Goose. Alright. Alright. More pork. Now, I'm not gonna kill the horses now, just because I have all the leather I need, and they don't really drop anything but the leather. So, hooray, the horses get to live. Ooh, there's an alpine biome. Don't really need anything from there now, though, so I'm just going to teleport back home. Start cooking up some food, and I did get all the leather I needed to make some pants. Alright, so I don't need these, don't need these. I'm going to keep the bronze seashell. Keep the wool in here. Now, did I keep that chain on me? I did. So I do have the chain. Spend some time cooking up some food. At least spend the night. See, I can throw those in there. Can't really fit anything else in that chest right now. Oh, I should probably throw my shipping bin over by the trading hall as well. Anything else I don't need from here? What does Jagoite make? Let's see. Horse. I don't really need horses, especially not at the moment. Throw that in there. Let me actually take my equipment out of here. And my horns, because why not? And throw what I don't need in here. Keep the food on me too. Throw my shield back on. And let me grab 4 iron. Because I'm going to need that for the upgrade of chainmail to iron armor. And after that, I should be ready to dive into a cave. It's pretty dangerous, but definitely very rewarding. Let's see. I should also think about making an anvil as well, but I might be able to find one elsewhere. So that might not be too bad. Alright. Now, just 16 of this, when cooked, is worth 384, and it's only 160 for 10. Oh, and we can see 16 to 24. So 8 gold increase. Which may not seem like a lot, but it adds up. Iron there. Let me open this back. Pack. Throw my... I might not keep the lantern on me. Oh. Can be enchanted with unbreaking and mending. That's interesting. Now I might just put mending on that. See what it does. I'm still relatively poor right now, but once I get some of the materials from the caves, and probably most importantly, eventually get to a diamond pickaxe, because that'll allow me to go to the nether. And probably want to... I don't know if I want to hold off to start farming until I get to the nether. Just because I can jump straight, so... This mod pack has sprinklers, which keeps the... So water doesn't actually keep farmland saturated. So you actually need the sprinklers, which have to be placed in the middle of an area. So like you have a 3x3, a 5x5, a 7x7, and a 9x9. Now, the diamond and iridium are definitely not actually available for quite a while. I need Neptunium for both. And iridium can only be found in lower levels of the skull caverns, so that's not really possible. But I have access to iron sprinklers, and the nether, because I require the fire quartz, will actually give me access to the gold sprinklers, which might be a good idea to have before I start farming, but I can start a farm with the iron sprinklers, which I already have 3 of. I have 3 of them right now, but not sure if I want to get started on that right away. It is an important part of the mod pack, but yeah, I should probably get an area started for that. I'll do some spelunking first, get some metals, try to get more than 3 iron sprinklers, because they're kind of expensive. But yeah, once I get that, I'll definitely be able to start farming. I'm trying to sell all these off just so I can get some money, because I need that to upgrade my gear. So I need, let's see, I think it's, let me check actually. Iron upgrade. Okay, so to get one, it is 1 gold coin, so I need 4 gold coins and 1 brass coin. Shouldn't be too hard, as those aren't really high value. Like I already have 1 brass coin, so if I just leave that there and go for the 4 gold coins, I should be able to reach it. Let me grab some more mutton that I have in here. Especially since I have so much raw pork chop and raw beef. I need to get some more campfires set up just so I can cook a little bit faster, but I want to get that done in my house once I get that completed. So at the moment, 1 campfire will have to do, regardless of how slow it is. I can then take these bricks and get a little bit further on my house. 32, Not a super great deal, but gotta make do with what you have. Now I wanted this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to be the entryway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Now I want to make this house pretty large. Oop. Not mean to do that, but it's fine. I have plenty of clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want that to be 5. I might do 10 that way as well. Like on both sides. But depends on exactly how big I want this house to be. Don't really have anything else to cook in there. Okay, so sun is rising. Need to throw this in real quick so I can try to make sure I get as much as possible. There we go. Oh, and there we go. 4 gold coins. So that's honestly all I need. And let me also grab 64 of this coal. And do I have any twigs? I have 2 twigs. That's not really going to be enough sticks, so let me just... 16 logs, that'll definitely be more than enough sticks. 4 stacks of torches, and let me go for 8. As I said, it is the it is Caves and Cliffs generation, so it's definitely a lot larger than most caves, or than the older generation, so I will definitely be needing more torches than usual. Let me actually pick this up. Where's my boat? Did I leave my boat over there? I believe I see that I left my boat. Alright, swimming again. Okay, he's just swimming around. It looked like he was swimming at me, though. Alright. Let me plop down my shipping bin here. And throw all this stuff I don't need in. Let me take off this armor. Now, first things first, I have to buy... 4 of these iron upgrades, my bad. So first off, a brass coin, a chain, and leather pants makes chainmail. And then if I throw these in, each time I craft with this, it makes iron armor. Oh. And with full iron armor and a shield, I should be more or less ready. Actually, ooh. What would be really good here is... Ooh, where's my lectern? I know I grabbed a lectern from somewhere. Let me go about grabbing a lectern. I don't need a shepherd right now, but I do need a librarian. Oh, I would love to have some iridium coins. That's going to be my next goal. My first mining trip will be trying to get iridium coins, therefore allowing me to get that. There's my lectern. I'm just going to throw stuff in there for now. And again, I'll get this lectern down. I'll probably pick up the shepherd block. And then head straight for the caves. Alright. Now let's make you a librarian. And 2 iridium coins for 1 mending book. And hopefully the caves will also provide me with some enough iron to make a anvil. Alright, let's find a good entry. Let's try this. I see a cave up here. So you can tell because on the minimap, surrounded by the green area, you will see a little bit of gray. That is access to stone. Luckily, it was not that. And it's a water cave. Not ideal. Let me try to find somewhere else. Expand the map a little bit. I could look for more surface stuff. Let's see. Where's that in relation to me? This way. Alright. I really just don't want a water cave. They're really annoying to get around. And I don't have any doors prepared. So my best bet is to come over here and find a cave that is not underwater. And hopefully I'll find that over here. I do have plenty of torches. There's some coal. Oh, let me just... Alright, change that back to no excavate shape. Alright, oh, it's this way. I just saw one of these entrances pop up on my map. Now, the main goal is plenty of copper to sell and or make into sprinklers, and plenty of iron to make into sprinklers, and an anvil. Not looking good so far. I'm seeing some... Yep, this one's waterlogged, but this one's a water cave. Wait, oh, what about over here? Oh. This one looks like it's a dead end down there. And there's not many of the resources I'm looking for. So, there. What about you? This one looks like it goes down a bit deeper, but I kind of want to try my luck with this one I'm seeing up in this way. Potatoes. A lot of hills in this area. Whoa. That was a lot of damage. And I'm already running kind of... Okay, yep. I had a good feeling about this one, and I was right. One issue, though. How am I going to get down? I don't really see any other entrances to this cave, and unfortunately it looks like it flares out in every direction. Okay. Yep. Honestly, I think I'll just start mining down here. Oop, I got some coal that allowed me to repeatedly mine it. Now, of course, I do have cheats enabled specifically to allow me to teleport. So once I get into the cave, I can make a waypoint down here, and then I'm allowed to teleport to said waypoint. So I think it opens up out here, but yeah. So I just need to get down to it. Oop, where am I at now? Alright, this is definitely a lot closer. Just finish out this staircase. Alright. I am in the caves. Now I would like to grab some zinc, but don't want it to fill up my inventory. Alright, so there is a water cave over here. Gonna try and avoid that, go the other way. But I will pick up this copper. Now, this mod pack does a really good job of making copper more useful. You can use it in sprinkler recipes or in the iron sprinkler recipe, as well as once you're more or less done using copper, it also has a sell value. So you still want to keep mining it just because it's an item that you no longer need to craft stuff with, but can now sell it. And the money plays a huge part in this mod pack, which I really like. A lot of like the economy-based mod packs tend to be more in line with regular Minecraft, where you're gathering the resources yourself and just making most of the stuff. And a lot of them you can get through the entire mod pack without ever touching a coin, which I find somewhat unfortunate. But in this one, you really need the coins. Like, without coins, you can't upgrade past wooden tools. Oh, wow, this one goes deep. Oh, zombie. Oh, and he's got a shovel. God, he's got a shovel. Alright, let me make a waypoint right here. That's my backpack. Waypoint, new, mine 1. I hear a lot of zombies. Which I don't like. I will mine up the zinc, actually. Now, funnily enough... Okay, nope, that's not good. And I found the zombies I was hearing. Okay. Notice that hole a bit too late. Because the most... Oh, wait, actually, let me make one now. And this will be the most important mining tool, a crafting table. Now, as you can see, the caves in this pack are massive because they are using the caves and cliffs generation. So we got massive caves and pretty decent ore veins as well. Oh, okay. Now, also, creeper explosions don't destroy blocks, which is really nice. Okay. Seeing a lot of skeletons. Another thing is with how the durability on equipment works is everything is essentially has no durability unless you die. So when you die, any items that or any armor pieces that you're wearing, including your shields, in your offhand, and any items in your hotbar, take a percentage of their durability in damage. That didn't make sense. Basically, they take damage equal to a percentage of their max durability. So, unbreaking, kind of useless. Mending, god tier. Normally, mending has the issue where, as you use the tools to get the experience, you're losing durability. So it kind of keeps them in a place of state, or like a limbo, and that's where unbreaking comes in, because they use less of the total durability and gain a percentage of durability. But in this one, Unbreaking doesn't really do anything because they lose a percentage, and mending does everything because while you're gaining experience, your tools are not degrading. Let me actually keep the crafting table on me, because I'll probably be using that often. The most important part is that I don't run out of inventory space. The 2 backpacks definitely helps with that, but in the end, I do want to keep my inventory somewhat organized, so keeping just my tools and stuff like that in my hotbar backpack is my best bet. Oh, we're already at Deep Slate. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's see, is there anything down there? Rhyolite. Rhyolite's kind of pretty. I am still trying to figure out what I want to build my house with. Ooh. 4 emeralds from that earned. That's really good. Alright. Let's get over to this iron safely. I really don't want to die because then my equipment takes damage. And my goal is to get mending books for at least my core equipment. Like, not really my hoe necessarily, because I'm not really in danger when I'm using that. So that'll be staying in the backpack whenever I'm in a dangerous situation like this. But at least my pickaxe, sword, maybe my axe too. And definitely my armor and shield. Because I don't want to make another shield in order to repair this one. The iron tools is fine, but like just to repair with iron, but don't really want to go about making a shield. I think I remember thinking limestone was pretty cool. Let me check that. Limestone. I could make something with that. What is... I think the main one I want is calcite. Yeah, probably calcite is the better one here. For my building. This goes pretty deep, but this cave is pretty dangerous. Like with how it's made. That's some diorite. Honestly, I can use stone here. Just try to make a little stairwell down. Grab one of the limestone, or not grab one of the limestone, but there's that. Some torches down. Ooh, and I do find a geode. Oh, that's not good. So I don't need ash, definitely. Hatchetfish, you need to stop trying to come up here. Andesite I don't need. Diorite I don't need. Limestone I don't need. I will probably start to craft down this, or like consolidate some of this copper. Mine some more definitely, but alright, amethyst chunk. Another geode. Okay, we got some zombies. Light work, light work. gold. And one thing I definitely want to get a couple of at least is diamonds. Oh, that's another thing. Torches actually light mobs on fire. So if you don't have any weapons early on, torches can be useful, but be warned, it is a double-edged sword because the mobs that are on fire can in turn light you on fire. So, got to be careful with that. Inventory is always full of trash. Oh, that's another thing I need. Oh, that is a mob spawner, but not any mob spawner. It spawns a wave of enemies that are pretty strong, actually. So I definitely want to avoid that for now. Because setting that off will be a bad time. And I don't like having bad times. Oh my gosh, it is so bright, but loving this mod pack is gorgeous. Or not even the mod pack, just the texture pack. Ooh, that is a... Now, I don't really care about getting gunpowder at the moment. Diamonds. Or at least one. There we go. We got 4. Can't really use that now at the very moment, but eventually I will be able to use that to upgrade my gear. But first things first, I need to get iridium coins. More diamonds up here. I want to grab the gold. And I saw diamond. Where is diamond? There it is. Am I below it? I am directly below it. Now we're up to 6. Probably be going up back to the surface soon, but I definitely need more iron. Let's see, I will be needing to upgrade my hoe to iron, and this mod pack actually introduces a important reason to upgrade your hoe, even to diamond. And they actually removed netherite from the game, but instead of netherite, there is iridium. And the reason they removed netherite was because it was too easy to get. So to get iridium, we first need to get a wither star, or a nether star, which is a bit easier to find, but not like too easy. Instead of fighting the wither, it drops from a random chance from magma geodes, which are found in the nether primarily. Ooh, zombie. I am surprisingly not dead right now. A lot of times, caving trips end up being a bit more dangerous. Diamond. Okay, let me just block the water off. Another 3 diamonds. Eat real quick before I starve to death. Okay. Now, the reason I am running past these ores is because you definitely want to light up the areas around them first. Just to see if there's anything you have to deal with before you start mining. Any mobs or such. Whoa. That is a regular spider spawner. That's not bad, actually. I might... I'm probably going to mark this location just because later on down the line, I can actually turn this into a string farm. Which will be useful when I need to get, or once I get a, yeah, let me mark this. New waypoint, spider spawn. Yep, and that way I can come back here, make this into a mob farm real quick. And from there, I can then farm spiders for wool. Or for string into wool, and wool can be used in the loom. So that'll be a good farm for money. All right, cave's getting pretty tight. All right. Nothing really down here except some lava. Ooh, zombie. Take him out real quick. Back to an area I have explored part of previously, because I can see my torch over there. Now, this is a single-player world, so if that's not a torch I placed, then something's wrong. Oh, alright, so this is over here. I ended up going that way, and I guess it ended up looping around. Oop. I did not mean to come back down here. Could grab some more zinc, but let me get rid of that lava source. My inventory is getting a little bit full, and I don't really have too much of each resource in order to consolidate. There we go. More gold. I will definitely grab the gold. And honestly, after I grab this, I might just, yeah. I'll grab the zinc back here. And then I will probably end the mining trip here. Alright, let me just finish going down this tunnel. I think it ends right here, but I can see if there's nothing in here. And let me go up here. This one actually extends quite a ways. Oh, did you just pull a 180 on me? Dang. Oh, that's a scary guy, actually. His arrows will give you blindness, but he does drop a good hat. What just hit me? Oh, a zombie head. I don't really need that. That's not very useful to me. I am terrible at ending things when I'm supposed to. More zinc, I guess. Alright, but this is all more resources to use later, and if I had ended it back there, I would have not found this diamond. And see, that's why we placed the torches. I would have started mining that zinc, and then this zombie would have ambushed me. Actually, let me see. There we go. I set up a light overlay, which will tell me if mobs can spawn in a specific area. So as you can see, there's the red X's down there. That indicates an area where mobs can spawn. And so when I place the torches, it then gets rid of the red X's because mobs can no longer spawn there. More iron, always a good thing. Okay, this is going on a bit too far. Let me make a temporary waypoint here. New temp. Mine temp. Save that there, and I will be going home. Alright, that was excellent mining trip. Let me actually see. I have plenty of copper here. Let me just get as much of this copper out as I can. I think I have enough to make at least a block. Maybe not. Yeah, I am one stack short of making a full stack of blocks. Is that... Make as many as I can. 56. Not too bad. Oh, wait, actually. I have more copper here. This will definitely be enough to make a block, because I was only missing one stack, and now I have 3 more. Boom. And I had one more bit of copper in here. Now, the question is, do I sell this, or do I keep it? I might just keep one stack, sell the 19. Let's make some blocks of zinc I can sell. Because zinc is used in machinery, but I'm not only far off from having machinery, but I'm also not very good with the machinery mods, so might just put that off as long as I can. Got some diamonds, got some gold, got some iron. Didn't get as much iron as I was hoping for, but let me just make 1, 2, 3. Make 3 blocks of iron, cook 4 ingots of iron. Can't really throw the rest of the iron in there. Oh, no. do have 11 ingots, so I might actually not really need these. But now I have 13. I will definitely get all of that a lot more organized once I get a proper house set up. Alright. Gotta swim over here so I can get to my... That was a whale noise, right? I'm hoping that was a whale noise. So, put the zinc coins in there. Did I get any other coins? No, I did not. But I will throw these into the shipment box. That'll get me a decent amount of money. Don't need the spider eyes. Will keep the string, however, and the rotten flesh and that. I'm going to throw out a full stack of cherry saplings just because I don't really need them. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm going to end this stream when I get at least one mending book. I have a villager that guarantees a mending book drop, so I have that already, but now I just need the resources to buy it from him. And I should also be trying to find a... Ooh, that's a desert. That's an arid desert. I need to figure out where I can find... Oh, wait. I think I might be able to buy them. Yep, I can. So... 4 gold coins for a vitric cactus. Definitely need that. Might actually look up a cactus farm, like an automatic cactus farm. Not very good at building them, but gotta learn sometime. Let's see. What does the laurel log look like, actually, when I make it into planks? That's kind of ugly, not gonna lie. Alright. So, have my farming villager here. I will want to get dehydrators relatively quickly, but I will need to get a mushroom soil before I do that, which that is a whole process. Let's see. Mushroom soil. So to do that, I need alpine salt, earth crystals, dirt, and organic mash. Now to get organic mash, I need a fermenting jar. And in that, I need jam, bottles of jam, and mushrooms. That'll get me vinegar and organic mash. Now, to get a fermenting jar, I need to get to the nether first. I need to make a jar, which, honestly, the jar is the easiest part. The fermenting jar, glass spines, I get that from farming vitric cactuses. So that's not too hard either. But really, the hardest part here is the fire quartz, because I need to get to the nether to do that, and to do that I need to get up to diamond gear, or I need to build another portal using the trick. But also, on top of building another portal, I cannot craft a flint and steel. I need 8 iridium coins to buy a flint and steel, so there's a whole process involved in that. Do have geodes. How much is the extractinator? 3 iridium coins. Alright. I could buy more geode busters, but it's always less expensive to get the item that does it continuously on its own. Alright. So now I should be pretty close to getting those coins that I need to get at least one mending book. Anything I can do to ensure I get pushed over. Orange. Can I do anything with the orange? The orange. So I can make a crate of oranges, of course. Blood orange. That's not really worth it, actually. Yeah, no. Candied orange slices. That's not bad. Orange pudding. Sorbet. Block drops. Yeah, cooking. Stove. I can make orange preserves. And dehydrated oranges. I can use it for dye in the sewing table. Not sewing. Sewing table. I can make sun-kissed wine with glowberries and orange. That's not bad. That's actually pretty easy. What kind of white? Alright, so white grape juice, wine bottle, orange, and glowberries. Ooh. How do I grow oranges, actually? Orange fruit. Let's see. Oh, not yet. Once it turns 6, that should... Yep, there we go. 2,000, so not there quite yet. So I can't plant them per se. So I need to get an orange tree. That'll allow me to grow those in the summer. Yeah, not even close. Yikes. Alright, let me go back to base. Figure out what to do with that. Alright. Let's throw the laurel and the cobble deep slate in there. Oh. More cooked food. Ah. I can start cooking up some of this again. Let me actually take these. There's the 3 iron blocks. Throw some of this coal in there, and I will cook the mutton on the campfire. I really shouldn't be using this coal, though. Oh, I have plenty of wood. So let me just... Oh. I said these logs were ugly earlier, so I can use them to cook. Alright. And... Let's see, that'll get me that. I am waiting until... I do have to wait until night now. So even if this food would set me over the threshold for it, I do need to wait for that. But while I'm waiting, I can make a anvil. And that will allow me to repair my tools. And let me also boat across, grab some birch wood, and actually replant some of the trees. Let me open this. Drop my pickaxe for axe. Oh. Excavate got messed up. Grab some more birch and some oak while I'm over here. I might flatten this ground out a little bit just to have it be a bit more efficient as a mob farm or as a tree farm. Alright. Grab some more birch saplings. Let me get get started on that. Let's do a 3x3. Perfect. Put our axe away for a second. Grab our shovel. There's that. Okay, I can patch up any holes that I discover and or make. Okay. Is it mining too deep? Alright. Now let's see. I want to bring it down to this level. Or let's see. Bring it up to this level. That might not be too bad. And just build out this way. Right. Okay. I don't know why sometimes it's building all the way. Yeah, like this. It'll just... Oh. It's 3x3 tunnel, I think. Oh, I might just have to dig this out manually then. Alright. And just flattening out this ground to make a tree farm. Grow some birch saplings over here and cut them down for wood. Oh. I don't have my pickaxe, and coal doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so I am mining it down here. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to just let the grass grow here. Shave away at this. Replacing that grass. Then waiting for the grass to grow in order to mine it. Make it all 3 wide there. Alright, I can at least start, well, let me just build this out a little more. Alright, that's set up. And birch saplings. Alright. And I'll come back to flatten this land a little bit more later. But what I need right now is charcoal. Did I leave my boat over here? I did leave my boat over here. Let me not do that. For 5 seconds. Boat recovered. Sailing back to what's set up of our home base. Got some decent levels there. Oh, and let me throw the rest of this laurel wood in there too. Fill this chest up. Stuff. Alright. Now I can take all of this cooked meat and bring it back over here to my shipment box. And it is getting near to nighttime as well, so that, let's see, not really a lot in there. And I need to get to 2 iridium coins, which is actually pretty expensive. Do I have any shears? I don't, but I do have 9 iron, so let me craft some real quick. Two white wool, so three wool. What does it take to make a loom? Loom. So canvas loom, 1 treated log, and 4 fire logs. That's actually pretty cheap, honestly. If I make some... oh, wait. I have to make some taps. Tapper. Wooden bucket, earth crystal, block of copper. Not too hard either. Let me just... I think I might be able to make one now. Left my boat over here, and I still have some oak trees over here. So probably want to make like 3 blocks of copper, and hopefully I have 3 earth crystals as well. The wooden bucket and wooden logs are easy as well, so no big deals there. All right. Oh, wait, I have these in my inventory, so 1, 2, 3. Let that just keep cooking. Let's throw my iron block or copper blocks in there. There's that. So let's see. Need logs. Yeah, I can use pine logs. So that's 3. What do I need? So I need 4. Actually, no, I need 6. So that's not going to be enough, but I also have maple logs here. 5. 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me use these laurel planks. Because next I need a bucket. So do that. So that'll give me 2. Need 1 more. So just grab 2 palm planks. There's that. Earth crystals, I have 1. Do I have any in the backpack? No. Okay, so that's not going to work there. Let me bring up this menu. Okay, I have one of these. Steadfast, resistant to all attacks. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. Now, for this mod pack, you can actually only go one way each. So if I go gem seller, blockchain, chance to find gold coins when mining ore, that's not too bad. Mining non-nether gold ore drops 4 blocks of raw gold. That's chance to find geodes when mining deep slate and magma geodes in netherrack. Ooh, that's pretty good. But I do want this one that chance gives me my crafting minerals. So earth crystals, all that stuff, because earth crystals are really useful later. Pristine star shards. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go roll for geodes when mining ore, and yeah, no, I'll probably go this way, just because the mineralogy is really good, and I can either go high roller or prismatic prospector. I'm probably gonna go high roller there. There's other ways to get prismatic shards, and which is mainly omni geodes, which means I have to go to the skull caverns again. So prismatic shards and skull and the geodes. Unfortunately, this does mean I only have one, or can only make one of these taps. It will work for now. I don't need much. I'm not trying to make too many looms here, or canvas looms specifically, not the job block loom. Let's plop and get that started. So this will give me oak resin in 2 days. And with that oak resin, I can make treated logs, and using the treated logs, I can make the looms. And then that spider spawner I found earlier, I can use those looms to, or I can make that into a mob spawner, and use the looms to then make that string. Well, I can make the string into wool, and then the wool into canvas, and the canvas I can then use to make some. Well, I am one iridium. Let's see, what am I missing? 11. So -3. So 8. So 1 iridium coin is 8 gold coins. So I'm 5 off. That is a lot of gold coins. I don't think I really have a way to make that right now. So I might just need to go on another excursion. Let me throw this in there. Throw away the laurel logs. This goes in this backpack. I'll throw the iridium coin back into the bank so it's nice and safe. And I'll throw the wool in there as well. Ooh, I am running out of room here, so honestly I should make... Ooh, it would cost an upgrade, but I might just be able to do some surface mining, see if I can get some decent money. Or I could sell this raw copper. That might be enough. I don't really want to take that risk though, so I'm going to mine some more from this mountain over here, just to make sure I have enough. So, got some coal here. And the reason I don't want to use coal in any of my anything like torches, or use it for cooking, is because unlike charcoal, coal can be sold. So it's much better that I save that rather than using it for torches or as a fuel source, to just make it into blocks eventually and sell it. 15. Now, one of the downsides in this mod pack is both looting and fortune are locked at 1. They do make it a bit stronger, but is locked at that level. And you do have the other sources of other source of fortune, that being your skills. So not too bad, but ooh, there's coal this way, or copper this way, and coal that I had missed. Oh, it was revealed when I mined up the dirt, I think. So got some more coal, some more copper. And I did see a backside to this hill, so let me check this way. Ow. Nothing. I got some coal up there. Ooh, there's some copper. And it's easy to reach. Almost. Kind of. There's that. Go back up here for this coal. Dig up to it. Okay. And there we go. Ow. Got that from one of my quests I completed through the mod pack. Another thing I might be able to do for some quick cash is head over to the beach. And while these seashells aren't worth money, they do provide food, but they also drop like mineral items like lapis, nuggets, all that stuff. And these seashells are just straight up worth money. And the goal is to get money. But on top of giving ores, the seashells will actually give me food, which I will then proceed to cook. Because I'm down to 6 bread at the moment, which is not ideal. Go. If you know anything about survival situations, it's that not having food is bad. Okay, that looks to be about what's on this beach. I saw one more shell up here. Maybe there's some more over here. And it looks like I was correct. Okay, so I do have a couple shells back at base as well, so I'm gonna crack those open and just get what food I can, and at the same time have some money. And I saw some more shells over here. That is not a shell, that is a pebble. Yeet. Got some more shell. Ooh, that's a lot of shells. Decent amount of money and a decent amount of food. Now I do want to get back and get all of this dealt with before night falls, or at least before night ends. That way I can get back there, get everything set up and situated, and get everything I need into the shipment box before the sun rises. That'll do for now. So, going back home, let me grab the shells I already have in this case. throw ores in here. Coal. Now let me make as many copper blocks as I can with this. And I'm just going to sell the stack because I can always get some more copper. And as you can see, I'm getting plenty of ores and raw muscle meat. Now that'll definitely be a good food source. Alright, let's see. What do I have that I can sell now? I could probably sell some lapis. I'm not going to have an enchanting table for a while. 6 blocks, that'll do just fine. Don't really want to sell the diamond yet. Throw that in there. I want to keep the redstone because I do want to start getting a little bit more into automation in this playthrough. And that will do for now. I'm going to go over, get this stuff into the sell box. And then once it hits 6:30, I'll be able to sleep through the night. And hopefully that will be enough money to get the mending book. So again, that is the goal for this stream. Get the mending book. I did the mining. I didn't really set up any farms yet, but if I can get at least one mending book, that'll be a good start. And I can definitely get to farming next during my next Minecraft stream, which I'll probably run Minecraft pretty much every Monday. Just something nice and easy to do after work. Let's set this beach up. Now, sugarcane does only grow during the summer, so it actually will not grow during this time, but having it planted never hurts. Alright, that's ready for as soon as it turns night. Let me just gather some more wood here so I can make some more charcoal, and I might do a little bit after stream. But I'll tell you now, the only thing I might do after stream today is, or maybe not even today, maybe just in just off stream, is cook up my mussels because that's going to take a while on the campfire, and I don't want to waste charcoal on it. And also, just make some more charcoal. So harvesting some wood, making charcoal, that's no big deal. But with this, 2 iridium coins. Boom. I have 1 book of mending, which I will proceed to slam this down and immediately throw on my sword. But 2 hours 30 minutes, that's not too bad. And in that time, I managed to delve into the mines and come up and get a book of mending. So that's pretty good. Ooh. Ooh. Slot machine. Prismatic coin. But I can use that later. Furniture box. Alright. Well, that will end stream for tonight.